It's been a while since we've done this.
All right.
It's all because of Leah's fault, just so you guys are
First
clear.
of all, it takes two to tango.
And how many times have I told you?
We're not pointing fingers.
All right, okay.
We're
not
not
today.
point fingers.
Not today, but today I
We're
almost
not-
slapped you through text. I
That's
was
okay.
like...
You'll be all right.
And I knew by you not responding to me.
No, I didn't respond to you
knew-
because I didn't want to argue.
Yeah, because
And
you were wrong.
Not necessarily.
Aaliyah.
First of all, why are you yelling at me? And I'm talking calmly. I'm not even yelling.
Because you're just getting me hot again.
No, because I just said I didn't want to argue. So because I said I didn't want to argue, you're yelling at me? I chose not to argue?
You're right.
That's crazy.
You're right. You're right.
You see?
You're right.
Sister. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's your girl, Shy, and welcome back to the CheyTea podcast.
We're still outside. We're still there. You know? Things just happen. Greetings.
Let me not. I said, let me not. Like, literally, I said, let me not. Anyways, welcome back to the CheyTea podcast. I am your host, Cheyenne Shante.
And it is your girl, Aaliyah Nora. You know the vibes. What?
Nothing. Welcome back.
She
Welcome
always
back.
criticize me silently. Like, see, I choke.
Oh, God. I'm getting over this cough that I have. But anyways, welcome back. I said you know the vibes. Yes. Sorry, it's been a while. Welcome back to the CheyTea podcast. Please make sure you are following us on all social media platforms at CheyTea podcast.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube CheyTea podcast. Click the notification bell so you're notified every single time we upload. Stay in tune with people them.
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yes. Download episodes on Spotify.
Download episodes
and
on
Apple Podcast.
Apple Music? What? Apple
You see, if she would just let me lead, it would have been fine.
No, I don't want to let you lead.
Okay.
I want to take turns sometimes.
Okay. All right. So welcome back, friends. We are here. We are back with another episode. It's been a while. We can do a quick catch up. Let's go. You first.
I had a couple bookings since New Year. Praise God. Amen.
Yeah, we've had a podcast since the new year.
Yeah, but it feels like...
Okay, no problem. Go ahead. Keep going.
Thank you so much. I lost a train of thought. Now I don't really know what's been going on. All in all, mans have been dancing, blessed, and black, and highly favored. To be honest with you, can't say nothing else but that.
Amen.
So you know, that's an update. You know, competition season 2 start. People, them children are gonna start collecting trophies and special awards. You know, so we're outside.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes. I am here. I am still busy. I am still
She get
booked.
new
I
hair.
am still blessed. I got
You
my
don't
hair
see?
done.
All right.
The consistency is happening in the gym. I'm getting my gains. Okay. We are preparing for competition. Our competition is in a week. I am scared, but here we are. And booked and busy. Got a couple of shows with Mr. Vegas coming up.
Boy.
So
Outside.
So purchase your tickets for the Toronto show with Sanchez, May 11th. Your girl will be performing with Mr. Vegas. And got some shows in August. We're booked and busy and blessed.
Listen.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
Amen.
What do we do on this podcast? Praise the Lord.
We praise the Lord up in this household.
Hallelujah. On your girls going to the gym today for the first time, guys, and y'all need to hold me accountable, okay?
It'll be the first and last time.
You see old bad man she is? You see that? She always sip on my downfall silently and vocally. I don't like it. She thinks that, no, she's not the only one who's going to be in at a gym.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, go girl.
Gee, take me up your membership money for weeks.
Listen, you know what's funny is that like I told her to come to the gym with me, and
I can't go to the gym with you. We're on different schedules.
Okay, no problem. But I also said like, hey, like what about a weekend? I don't go like 5 o'clock in the morning like Grace, but like, you know.
No, but I'm not going there. I'm going to Good Life. I got a discount with my work.
So you have the membership?
Yeah, man.
Oh wow, you gotta take me to Good Life because I ain't never been there before.
I'll take it to Good Life. So I'll take it to Good Life.
Because good folks like me go to Planet Fitness. But we'll appreciate a good life fitness.
Saying.
We'll appreciate a good life fitness.
Saying.
Yes. Okay. So that's good. Good.
That's a catch up still.
Good catch up. We got to get into this episode because
We got a lot.
there's a lot that we got to
about.
talk about, and I have a lot on my chest. I'm sure you got a lot. You got to get a lot off of your chest. I'm just ready to fight.
Where we starting?
We're starting with Chris Brown.
I knew we were, because that's what I felt.
Okay.
You see what? That's why we're related. Sometimes I feel like we might as well just be twins at this point. Because, you
Saying
know what I'm saying?
we're starting with Mr. Chris Brown. Okay?
We're going to start. Because why not?
And we're just gonna keep it like real short and sweet. Put some respect on Chris Brown's name. I'm
Mic
tired.
drop.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of feeling like I gotta fight every single day in the comments because like y'all think I won't swing, but I will virtually swing on you. Okay? I will virtually swing. Let me tell you something. There are great people. And we need to acknowledge the greats in this world. And the habit that we have is that we like to give people their flowers when they're long and gone and when they pass. And we have to stop doing that.
Yeah, and that goes for just regular folk and famous people. That
Everybody.
goes for everybody. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You have a great artist, okay, that has flaws. And yes, I get it. Trust me. There are times where I'm like, baby, like, put the phone down, okay? There are times where I'm like, Chris, like, what you doing? Like, Chris, you're doing too much.
Like we're besties.
Like, you know, I feel like I'm his friend and I slide in his DMs. He's responded to me twice, but that's it. But more times I don't want to like do too much because I don't want him to block me or like think like, you know, I like to see the scene, which means he sees my messages. But I'm like, friend, it's okay. Just put the phone down. Don't acknowledge.
But sometimes I feel like he has to, because it's like if he doesn't, then people are gonna talk that he didn't respond.
But
So I
sometimes
feel like either way with him, it's like a lose-lose
it's a
situation.
lose-lose. I feel sometimes he can respond. Like when, you know, homegirl was making those are allegations towards him.
Yeah.
My man said, wait a minute, calm down. You actually wanted a buddy piece. Let me show you. And he proved to us that like homegirl
But, like,
wanted a buddy piece.
Let's start from like, just to kind of catch up. Did we already talk about the Ruffles situation?
No.
So we're just gonna, you know, gather and summarize that whole Ruffles situation and basketball team situation.
It was just stupid. At the end of the day,
Wind it up and fight me.
don't disturb my peace. If I'm peace and I'm
No.
fine in my little bubble and
Hold
you
on.
come and ask me to come play a game and then you change your mind.
First of all, you have a team, right? Somebody wants to book Cheyenne, okay? So they come to me and they're like, hey, we want to book Miss Shantae. And I say, no problem, blah, blah, blah. There's somebody above me that I
Right.
got to make sure that I got to ask to make sure they're down to book Miss Shantae. So if I don't go to that person, but I'm saying, yeah, you're confirmed. And then I go to that person after and then they're like, no, we don't want her. Don't you look like Boo Boo the Fool?
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Sorry, there's just a little bit of feedback. Just push it. Oh wait, yeah.
Sir? Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
so that's like perfect.
Okay.
It's been a while. I
been a while.
understand.
Yeah.
My thing is like either way, you reached out to him and you didn't do your due diligence and make sure you covered all bases, crossed all T's, dot all I's. If you go and reach out to somebody and then be like, yes, we would love to have you, tell him that he's playing, tell him that he has jerseys, you guys told him this. He didn't ask to be at the game. He didn't ask to be a part of it. You came to him. So for Ruffles to try to deny and act like it wasn't them, but then like the fact that they were even responding goes to show, because the NBA did not respond.
Yeah.
And you guys know now that they're going to make this right next season. The next All-Star game, because a lot of people gave a lot of pushback for the All-Star game in general.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't really that great.
yeah, like they're going to get pushback and they're going to fix it and they're going to make sure that they fix it, because at the end of the day, there's just too many times that you guys are reaching out to this man.
And hasn't he done this before? Or is this other celebrity games that he's done?
No, he's done celebrity games. Like
he's done
it before.
What's the issue?
I don't know. I don't know what people's issues are. I don't know what it is, but like the man said, just leave me alone. Leave me
Facts.
alone. If you don't want to book me, then don't call my phone. He's not asking to be booked. He's not asking to be a part of it. To be clear, Chris Brown makes money. The man makes money in his sleep.
You know how much things he has
So
and does?
there are businesses that he is a part of. There are things that he's branded in. There are things that we don't know behind the scenes. The man is, listen, He got his money straight.
Doesn't
so
he
he's
own
not
like 12 Burger Kings?
He owns Burger King's, he owns Popeyes. Popeyes was trying to sue him, but they just announced him, even though it was like everybody that's involved and it's not just him. But like this crap happens. But anyways, my point is to say, if you don't do your part to make sure that everything is good, you can't go to an artist and then retract your invite.
Yeah.
Artist, person, human being, whoever you are, you can't be like, oh yes, we invite you. It's like, can you give me that
It's
back?
like, never mind, give me that back.
No.
Change your mind.
So stop disturbing the man's peace. And a lot of people were defending him, which I liked to see that. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't you, like Ruffles is saying, then who the heck was it?
It was somebody on your team. So whether or not it was you directly, but it was somebody who works for you, who did what they did, and that person needs to be spoken to.
And who eats Ruffles anyways?
Honestly, all jokes aside, like I don't
eat Ruffles. I get really upset
like
because Ruffles, it's just airbag.
Like
there's half of the bag is no chip. Like that really upsets me. Like I'm gonna be real honest with you, I don't like Ruffles.
No, I don't really like Ruffles to be honest either.
So
I don't really like it.
Anyways, 11/11 tour. The dates were announced. And yes, we are going to not one, not two.
I can tell you where we're going, but we're going to
3 shows.
Well, I'm going to Dose, but you know the vibe.
Yeah, she's going to 2. I'm going to 3.
Yeah.
Why we can't we tell them it's Montreal and Toronto?
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what? Vancouver is still up in the air. We might be able to make that happen just in case. I don't know. It just depends on what the wallets are looking like after the meet and greets.
I don't think I'll be able to. When's Vancouver?
Oh,
I can't go to Vancouver.
Never mind. Maybe I can't do that to her. I might, but we'll see. Anyways,
imagine.
Listen, Chris Brown he has never done.
He's never done this many
multiple
shows
in Canada before, and he's
doing 4 shows in Canada.
Yeah, I'm going to live this up. I am not going to take advantage of this time. You are going to see.
You are going to take advantage of this time. You said you're not.
Oh. I am going to take advantage of this time. Sorry, I don't even know what I said. I'm getting excited. You are going to see me with Chris Brown again.
Yeah.
You're going to see us.
Yeah.
And this time, I think we should do our meet and group separate.
I was on who told you that.
Okay, cool.
Because you got real giddy. And
I did.
You didn't give me a moment.
Girl, because you weren't saying a word.
I was trying to...
She was traumatized.
I wasn't traumatized.
She was starstruck.
I was starstruck.
All she could do is grin. I'm looking at her and I'm like, girl, talk. And she's just smiling. She's like...
First of all, my mouth was closed. Thank you very much.
No, she was like this.
And yeah, I was big cheesing. Yes, I was. And then I just could She's my first time.
She's like, it's Chris Brown.
I had to call, and then the man asked me, I want to just hug me, my guy. just warm embrace me.
Listen, I already got the poses lined up.
I already got the conversation that I want to say because this is not new. I'm meeting my friend again. I'm seeing my bestie.
Walk on, brother.
Walk on, baby love.
Yeah, all right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Walk on, baby
excited. And I like that now that he's gonna sing songs off of his album, but I just especially from the last tour, he literally sang songs from Breezy. Mm-hmm. And then of course he sprinkled in a little old songs, but usually most artists will focus on all of their old tracks and not necessarily sing their new stuff that they put out. No, not with Mr. Christopher Maurice Brown. He will sing all his new stuff.
So what song are you looking forward to hearing on the tour? 5 songs.
Oh,
Doesn't have to be the old ones, but 5 songs.
5 songs. Mm-hmm. 5 songs off of the new album. Mm-hmm. I want to hear Nightmare live. I like that song. I want to hear Shooter. I want to hear Stutter. I want to hear... Ooh. Oh, gosh. This is so hard. You're going to have to come back to me. I don't know. Those are my top 3 that I want to hear. But I feel like I want to hear the whole album. Obviously we're going to hear Angel and 10 Toes, but I'm going to put that on the list actually because I have to hear that. Yeah. I know he's going to sing that song.
I definitely have to hear Stutter because that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
I would like to hear
I got number 5. Go ahead.
Moonlight. Midnight Freak. I would love to hear Views. And it's a toss up between Make Up Your Mind.
I was just about to say that.
And I would say Make Up Your Mind.
Yeah, I want to hear Make Up Your Mind live. Yeah, I want to hear that one.
Those are my 5 that I want to hear from the album live. I know we're going to hear Sensational. I know we're going to hear Angel Eyes.
Angel Eyes?
Angel Numbers.
She's excited.
I know we're going to hear those songs. I really, really like 1111, and the more I listen to it, the more I think it's a really, really good album.
It is. He put his foot in that.
I think 1111 is better than Breezy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
because for me, 1111 feels like this is like who he is now at his grown adult age. This is where I'm at my music. This is what I'm giving you. This is me.
Yeah,
like, that's what it feels like.
Sure.
Like I know it's called 1111, but like this is Breezy.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. Like this is him.
He's here, and at the end of the day, like this is what I think. Ultimately, you know, in no way, shape, or form has anybody defended this, but everybody has to remember that like Chris Brown is going to be 35 years old this year. People make mistakes. We are in no position to condemn anybody of any mistakes because we are not God. The only person that he has to face is the man above, and that's that. And I'm sure he has faced God. God has faced him. God and him have continued to have conversation, and that's why he's continuing to thrive. There's somebody that's looking out for him at the end of the day.
But your faves, there's people out there who are doing worse things, but you guys don't. Like I've always said, and like I've said before, you guys only care because of who the people were in the situation.
It's because it was Rihanna.
We can argue that y'all can argue, but you guys only care because of the 2 superstars that were in the situation. Because if this is anybody else, you guys wouldn't care.
Yeah, and then on top of that too, like what's so crazy is that like she forgave him.
That's what you guys are forgetting, and dated after.
And like mind you, like they were also young, and I'm not giving them any excuses. But the thing is like they both were fighting each other. They both messed up. They both were at fault. They're both wrong. And has he done things after that because of anger issues, because he's upset, because of things? Of course, if he has the whole world on him, crucifying him, he's gonna make mistakes, and he's going to do things that he's not proud of.
Yeah,
but. If you watch the Angel Number videos in 10 Toes, you'll see like he's talking about facing his demons, facing people like the temptation,
facing anxiety,
women feeling like the world is caving in on him, feeling like he's sinking, feeling like he was buried alive, feeling that all this weight was on his shoulders. Like that is like the purpose of the bag. That's why he drops the bag, and then he gets out of it, and his sigh of relief is seeing his children. So at the end of the day, if his children saved him, then let the man be.
Like, if you don't like him, you don't like him. If you like him, you like him.
But the thing is, like, all of you who say that you don't like him, you like Chris Brown.
You do.
You're listening to his music.
Whether it's the new stuff or the old stuff, you're listening.
You're still saying, and he's undeniably, wow, I can't speak. He is an undeniable great talent.
Yeah.
He is that damn good.
Like, whether you like him or not, you can't discredit that. Yeah.
What this man does.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot discredit it. He is amazing. And I'm going to throw my Team Breezy cape on. And I am going to swing virtually in the comments. Because if you want this smoke, I will
get it.
Give you this smoke.
Ready.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Leave him alone.
Louder man. Okay?
Jeez.
Like, go worry about Trey Songz or somebody else. Don't be worried about Breezy. Like... Oh, side note, speaking of Trey Songz, they also tried to bring up the fact that because Trey Songz was taking his little meet and greet pictures with dark skin girls, that Chris Brown didn't do the same. What do me and Shan look like?
First of all, and then somebody responded with the pictures of dark skinned women. Like, shut up.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, shut up.
Y'all just always want something to say.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
You already know this is a Team Breezy Stand podcast, so it is what it is, friends. The cape is on. It's going to stay there.
Been on.
Chris Brown caping moment. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah. We just got to get into So.
Where are we going, miss?
We're talking about just ignoring the flags. And we're all guilty of it. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit down here and act like I am not guilty of ignoring flags. Trust me, I've ignored it. And I'm not proud.
About it. It's okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
We don't talk about it anymore.
But, what I would like to say is that it's something that is a reoccurring thing in Black relationships, in Black love. I think in all types of races, like all race have
But
gone
we're
through
just
this.
going to talk about.
But I see it more often in within Black couples.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this thing that us Black women not like to do, but feel like we have to do because we overcome so many obstacles in life that we feel like we have to save people. I don't know about you, but in my past relationships, I felt like I had to save the person that I was with.
Yeah. I don't think I necessarily had to save them. I always felt that like I could switch up. Well, let's just say change, because let's be for real, it's changing.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I could change their behaviors or their thought process and how they behaved in certain situations when it came to small things like trauma, commitment, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I've always felt that I can change them. Like, I can be the one to be like, you know what? Like, you're going to commit. Like, you're going to get over your trauma. Like, you're going to get over that because I'm here in your life. And best believe.
Yeah, but we shouldn't do that.
We shouldn't, but we do. Built that way.
Exactly.
Because we feel like for me, I feel like as a Black woman, like I'm strong enough to be like, you know what? Like, I can relieve this man of his trauma. Like, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I have so much love to give, I can let him know and give all this love I got to give to him, and he'll be able to feel it and be like, yeah, I can, I'm good. But we can't.
No. And the reason why I say this is because I'm hoping, but you did finish the
Yes, I finished
Who the F
it.
Did I Marry?
Yes, I watched a guy, I Am Zoe, shout out to him. He did a whole reaction video to it, so I watched it because it was easier to follow on YouTube.
So I watched the entire thing, and if you don't know Who the F Did I Marry, you're living under a rock. Go on TikTok, Risa Tisa, and you will find the playlist there. She just became a sensation internet storyteller overnight and got over millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
And told a story of her marrying a man that she didn't know very well or long enough, and that she did take accountability of like, hey, like, you know, there were things that I did that I shouldn't have done. But long story less long, she married a man who lied to her about himself, his identity, his family, his money, how he grew up, his lifestyle, his family, his parents, like just made up a whole life. Yeah, made up an entire life that he never lived, and was I wouldn't even say pathological. He's just a sociopath. Like something like he just created things. Man's talking to himself on the phone. Like it was a lot.
Creating screenshots and fake finances and
he was just doing the most. And, you know, she called him Legion. And his name was later revealed. I think his name is Jerome. But anyways, we'll call him Legion because I like Legion better. And she told the entire story from top to bottom. My thing is, as I'm listening to what she was saying, there were so many times where I was like, ooh, girl, really? And it's like, my thing is, y'all, I don't know if we move too fast, but we move too fast.
We do. We move very fast when it comes to finding love as women. And I'm just going to speak from experience. I feel like when you feel like you found something that this could be the one, we get excited.
Yeah.
And we get giddy. And we're like, oh my God, we found him. Especially if you've been alone for a while or whatever the case may be. If we're in a toxic relationship, when you feel like you found it and you're like, yeah, this is a good one. And this person is doing all the right things so quickly. You feel like, yeah, this is it. And I should gravitate towards this and I should hold on to this because he's doing all the things that the person that I was with for 5 years wasn't doing in 3 weeks.
So would you move in with somebody after 3 weeks of knowing
Absolutely not.
Okay. That was my flag number one.
No.
I understand we went through COVID and I understand that we were going through lockdown and I understand that we didn't know what was going on in the world. And I'm going to speak selfishly, I was in a relationship. So I'm still in a relationship. But in that time, I was still with my man. So I wasn't single during COVID. I was very much in a happy relationship. Was I going from house to house? Yeah. Because nothing was going to stop me from not seeing my man.
Yeah,
no panorama. I get that. But even if I met somebody, for me, the thrill is FaceTiming each other, figuring out ways to see
Yeah,
each
especially when you're meeting
other.
somebody new during the panorama. I'm not gonna go catch up with you and I just met you.
Like 3 weeks before we're gonna go on a date. Like, you know, I see you in person, then we go on lockdown. I'm not moving in with you, and
No.
you're not moving in with me.
No.
And that should have been the number one flag. The fact that he was okay to moving in with you after 3 weeks of knowing you. Yeah.
Because, like, what if she was a serial killer?
My thing is, what if exactly like
never mind him for a second.
On all sides, you don't know each other
At all.
Like, you don't know what. And in this case, she really didn't know this man. So there was that. Another flag for me was like when he was talking about like his work and like him saying that like he had like he was in football and he had like arena money and like all this next stuff. And I'm just like,
and he was like a manager, like CEO of like one of the companies that he worked.
And like I'm just like, okay.
Oh my
and then the fact that like I'm like you and I are gonna get married and I don't know your family. I've never met your like I understand that I think his mother passed.
Yeah.
His mother passed.
It was his grandma.
No, I think it was his mother.
Okay. The grandma passed but years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
how we get married and I don't know your family?
How do I not know your family? Your family does not know me. I've never seen them on FaceTime. Like, we're living in a time where technology is up to the time.
Very much up to the time.
So you shouldn't be on the phone telling me what somebody says. Put them on speaker.
Whether you have the Android or iPhone, WhatsApp.
FaceTime them. Yeah. Let's see their face.
What I didn't understand is how are you having, like you just mentioned, how are you having full-blown conversations and not putting the phone on speaker for me to say hi? And you're talking on the phone for hours. And Miss Girl didn't think
man
to
was
be like...
talking to himself.
For hours. And you didn't think to ask this man to put the phone on speaker real quick? So you could just say, hey, nothing? And he's on the phone for hours as you're saying? Girl.
Listen, and that is what tells me that she just really wanted it
she wanted
to work.
Somebody, yeah.
She wanted somebody to be there for her, and she ignored everything. And even when she was like putting pieces together and she's asking him like, what is true from what's not true? Like, girl, you have the answers. From when you talk to the cousin and the cousin's like, yo, he's a liar, you should just kick him out. Yeah. I wouldn't need to talk to his brother. I wouldn't need to find out all this information. I wouldn't ask him to tell me nothing. I would just be like, pack up your bags and come out of my yard. Right now.
Honestly, like, no. The phone conversation is what did it for me. Because I'm just like, there's no way you are a sane person having full-blown conversations by yourself.
No, the man needs Jesus.
Like, I understand, like, you might say your thoughts out loud. You might talk to yourself like a 1-2 when you're in your room or in your car or whatever the case may be. But a full fake phone conversation
for hours at the same time every day. That's sick.
Where somebody has to talk back to you, but you're not talking back to anybody.
Sick. I talk to myself. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we all do.
We all talk to ourselves.
You're not sitting down here talking for an hour.
I will practice a pre-cussing. My man gets on my nerves. I gotta just cuss out. I just gotta make sure I get everything out. You know what I mean? I practice how I'm gonna say it. I time myself, make sure I'm not talking too long. Like that's a whole other different story. But you're not going to see me every morning at 6 a.m. pretending to talk to my brother. And I'm not talking to my brother. I'm talking to myself in air. No, absolutely not. Like,
oh my gosh.
That is a flag. And I feel like because she just wanted love and she wanted marriage and she just wanted that happy ending, like she was going to stop at nothing to make that happen. And I feel like that was desperation more than anything else.
It was. And I'm glad that she kind of took accountability for that. And that's the part where it gets scary and sad. That us as women, sometimes we will do the most outrageous things just for love.
And it's like we just ignore it.
And ignore everything that...
We ignore all the signs.
If this was the other way around, a man would have ran for the hills.
From a
long time. Wouldn't even have lasted so long, from a long time. Anyhow, a man would want to move in with me and okay with moving with me after 3 weeks or even asking me to be his oman within like the first 3 weeks. I'm scared.
No.
Because you don't know me.
No.
This is my opinion. Again, my opinion, you don't know me. I'm sorry.
We don't know each other.
We don't know each other.
For us to be living together and getting any type of anything.
Because I don't even know if you pick up your dirty socks off of the ground.
Yeah, like for us to live together is crazy. So ignoring the flag, so we have who the F did I marry? And then we also have Love is Blind.
Oh, gosh.
First of all, this season, Love was blind. Love is blind is blind. Love is blind is blind. It's blind. Everybody's blind. And nobody can see. Nobody can hear. Nobody can think.
Everything's
Nobody has no
foggy.
sense. It's just bare fog.
All the senses are gone.
Everybody just foolish people. Foolish love is literally what it should be called. Because I just didn't understand. Everybody's storyline just made me. I was so perplexed.
Everything had a question mark. Like nothing was like, this makes sense. Every single couple, even the successful ones, disclaimer if you didn't watch it, so sorry. Even the successful ones, I still had question marks. Like, how is this even happening?
What's her name? Alex and Amy? Amy and whatever his name is?
The little Spanish one and the white boy?
Yeah, his name is Amy. Her name is Amy.
Amy, and I can't remember his name.
Amy and whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is. I can't remember his name for the life of me right now. Then they're weirdos.
Weird.
Because everything is perfect, but you're worried about having babies.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what a contraceptive is. Did I say the word right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like you don't know what that is and or as I like to joke sometimes and say, pull and pray. Pull out and pray. Let's start from the top for a second.
Johnny, that's his name.
Johnny, there we go.
Anyways, I'm here to discuss AD and Clay.
Yeah.
Everybody else
kind of everybody else did what they needed to do. Jimmy let go of the little annoying gal, Chelsea, before the altar. And I said, praise God, because anyhow you made it to the altar, I would have fought. And she's getting mad at him and yelling at him.
Listen. Let me just tell you this. I can give you a full breakdown of what I think of everybody on this season.
Yeah.
What I will say
that's what we should do before we get to
is
AD.
that I think that it was whack. I think not whack. I think that the season was weird. I think that everybody was just like in their own
Nobody
way.
was really for each other, I feel like.
Yeah, no. I don't like Sarah Ann. Did not like her.
Oh, she was annoying.
I thought that she was whack for even coming
onto the show
again, like going to the beach. I thought that was whack. Chelsea was cool, but she became weird. In the beginning, she was cool.
No, I didn't like her at all from jump.
And then, I was like, okay, she's a little wonky. But from when the girl said she looked like, yeah, okay, anyways, bye. And then,
My girl said Megan Fox twit.
Amy was whatever.
Amy was cool.
She was all right.
Okay.
Matthew was weird as F. Like, if you wanted to see somebody, why the F did you come on Love is Blind? Okay. Like, you knew what you were signing up for.
He was just giving creepy from jump. And I was like, you guys do psychological tests apparently, but apparently you missed one with this one. Because there's a lot of screws unscrewed with this one. And I don't know how he made it. But
yeah,
Bless you.
Thank you. And then with Laura, I felt for her. I understood why she had to leave because why would I stay?
Yeah, no, I felt for her still. I felt bad for her.
I did not like Jeremy at all.
Listen, from when you spent Jeremy with an A?
Yeah, I can't trust you. I cannot trust you at all. So, full rundown of everybody wasn't my cup of tea. Yeah. Wasn't really feeling
Kenneth is one of the girls. We love him, but I just need you to be true to yourself.
I'm saying. And so AD and Clay. Let me tell you something.
I always root for the black people, and they always disappoint me.
Go
ahead.
She ignored every single sign. If the person was like this,
and the oncoming traffic, and they're like, "Don't go here, stop
this way."
This way, she went straight.
My girl was like, "You go this way." She said, "This way." No. Stop.
You say go right. She was going left.
She said, "Keep going." I said, "No, stop." She said, "Okay, I'm gonna keep going." Girl,
I felt so bad for her because it wasn't it was giving at first, but then when he just kept talking about himself,
all that man kept saying to her is that I am going to cheat.
I'm gonna cheat on you.
He just kept telling you, I can't not cheat. The man said to you that I can't promise I'm not going to cheat on you. I want to know if I cheat on you, what are you going to do? What is your response? From when a man asks you what your response is from when you're going to cheat on him, girl, you should have ran for the heels.
Why is she hot?
Heels.
Why is she hot?
I'm hot.
Let's start from the pods for a second. We're just going to start from the proposal. From when the man proposed and said, "Are you going to mess with your boy Clay?" and ended the proposal with about him, my girl. And you're going to stand there and bawl and say yes? He made everything about that proposal about himself. Basically said, "All while gone, baby girl, I might do A, B, and C, but are you going to mess with me at the end?" And you said yes.
And my girl said yes. Like, and then the man shows you a whole vision board. And on the vision board is a whole TikTok logo. The man is telling you he wants to get famous. Like, the purpose of him coming on Love is Blind was to get famous. He wanted to get famous.
He wanted followers. He wanted clout.
He wasn't looking for a wife. He wasn't looking for a real relationship. Mm-hmm. He just wanted clout. He just wanted to make it to a certain point. That man, and you know what? I respect the way he said that, like, it wouldn't be responsible for me to say yes to you. Even though we all knew he wasn't going to say yes. Yes. I think his response was responsible. I think him saying, like, I am going to cheat on you, and I told you, and you still couldn't hear me. And I feel like this is too much for me.
We're all putting the blame on him.
No, granted, it's on her.
Yeah, granted, I don't think he should have waited till they got to the altar. I feel like they could have pulled like a little Chelsea and Jimmy and had this conversation before they got to the altar. And they could have saved. She could have saved herself some embarrassment. But aside from that, he basically was telling you from what they're in the pods, and you just weren't listening because, like I said to myself, that I've always thought I could change a man. You thought you could change him.
Yeah, you thought that
you could change his mind and change his attitude because he was telling you everything that you wanted to hear in regards to improving himself. Yeah. So you said, "Okay, you're telling me that you want to improve yourself. You're telling me all the things I want to hear. You sound great. Yeah. So no problem. This will work. I'm going to do this." And then you get to the altar now, and then he says no, and you're upset. But Miss Girl, he saved you a long time ago.
And he told you a long time ago that this wasn't it, and you just kept going. And
he told you his daddy's a cheater, and he's scared that he'll do the same thing and his parents divorced after 25 years.
He ain't scared that he'll do the same thing. The man knew he was going to do the same thing.
He's just scared that you're going to leave him like his mama left his daddy.
He has every intention of not being faithful, and that's what he told you.
Yeah.
And you thought that if you showed him that you are this, or you showed him that you are that, or you showed him that we can do this together and you got his back and all these things, then he's not going to want to cheat on you. But if the man's first thing to you is, what will your reaction be if I cheat on you? My girl, you should take off the ring. You should take off the microphone. You should be like, all right, that's it. All right,
you should have left like Lauren.
Let me go about my ways now. Instead, you tried to change, and it's something that is it's a thing, and it makes sense because even like when you're listening, I know I'm going all over the place, but even when you're listening to like what his parents said, what Clay's parents said when they had a discussion, and she's like, "It's our fault."
Yeah,
that is so true.
And then it was nice to hear because usually sometimes in Black families, you don't hear the parents taking accountability for the trauma that they gave their children.
Not at all.
And the way his mother read his father.
Yep.
And she was just like, what did she say? And I was like, damn. Oh, she said, you got me, but you couldn't keep me. Mm-hmm. And I said, Miss Girl, you ate that. You ate him up.
Ate him up.
You told him, and if you are, you... Not the gobble gobble. He couldn't even say anything.
No, he
just stood there and stared at her.
Because what she said was accurate.
Was truth. And then she basically said, you can't expect him to behave a different way when you are his example.
Way. And you're still leading by example.
And even when he was talking to Clay and he was trying to give him advice, I'm like, who's this idiot?
What advice are you giving this man?
And it was just sad because you can tell that Clay really values his father and the relationship that they have, but his dad is just a poor example of what not to do.
Person.
And his father admitted that he didn't have the best example growing up and continued to do what he saw growing up, which then made Clay do the same thing.
This is the the generational curse that I've been talking about on this podcast, and I've been talking about it for a minute now, is that it's real.
It's real.
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
There is a generational curse where it's like, as Black people, we don't value the marriage and the vows and, you know, the commitment to your love with God connecting you and your person together.
Yeah.
We're excluding that. We are jumping to the babies. We are jumping to the picnic. We are jumping to the mother of my child. How is it that I'm enough to carry your child and be the mother of your child, but I'm not enough to be your wife?
But even then, sometimes you're not even enough to carry the picnic. You just do.
But I'm saying
business.
But that's a different scenario. So I'm talking about in a scenario like that's the same. So hold on to that.
Okay.
I'm talking about a man that is thinking that marriage is just a title.
Oh, okay, but I'll let you have my kids.
But you have my children, and
Yeah.
that should mean something
Yeah.
to you.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't mean nothing to me that I gotta go through hours of labor. I got a human being kicking me up in my uterus.
I got more muscles.
I'm in pain.
I have a 7 to 9 pound to 11 pound baby in my belly. I got a heartbeat beating in my belly, and you mean to tell me
I'm mashing up, frigging up my good body for your
good body
just for me to be a baby mother?
No.
And I keep saying I don't want to be nobody's baby mother. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be just a child, the mother of your child or children. I'm not doing that.
Hey,
I am your wife.
Might like that. Some of you females might be okay with that.
No, if you're okay with that, you're foolish. I don't care what anybody says. I'm saying it right now with my big chest.
I hear you.
If you are okay with that, you're foolish, because at the end of the day, the commitment when you go up to heaven is your commitment, and your love is united with God. So when you go up there, you're gonna see your loved ones, and we're gonna all be under the same umbrella as because we're God's children, right? So we're gonna be brother and sister. But you're gonna know that person for eternity up there, and that is the whole purpose of that. And the purpose of you having children is to leave a legacy, an example here when you go, and then they leave the same. That's the purpose, and you want to lead by example, and you want everybody to come to heaven. But in order for everybody to come there, we all have to connect through God. We can't just lay on our back, get pregnant, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baby mother.
No, I'm not doing that. That's
for what?
Too much. I'm not. For me personally, I don't want to be somebody's baby mother. I'm more than somebody's baby mother. I can't have that for me. I don't want that for myself. So to know all of those red flags that my girl was just ignoring, and just the way he was talking to her, I want better for us in the Black community when it comes to Black couples, because that's not it. That's not what we deserve. We shouldn't have to be so strong all the time and try to play Mrs. Fix It. We shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to be that. Like, we are always down to fix a man in a relationship, but when is a man ever down to fix us? We are always the first ones to be like, I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. But when has the roles ever been reversed? Where a man said, you know what? I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to fix you. When do you see that? Not saying it doesn't happen, but when do you see it? And how often do you see it? Especially in mainstream media. It's always us picking up the pieces and trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. And here we are.
The mic is on fire.
Just looking like idiot. Look, poor, look good by the girl AD.
Fire emojis.
She's left with what? Nothing.
Fire emojis.
Because she tried to pick up a man and the man said nah. So she did what for what? Not a damn thing. Like, it's I just can't. I can't do it.
Fire.
Like, I just can't. I want better for us.
I think the thing is that the problem is that Black women, we settle.
We do.
We settle for less.
Yep.
And we're used to settling because we don't have that brought up in our households. Yeah. It starts from what we grew up and what we saw. And what we saw is that we didn't see a man and woman who value marriage vows and commit themselves. Whether you came here beforehand, okay, listen, like, it is what it is. But it's like, okay, I had a child before, but like before I got married, but now I'm married, and like we are committed to each other. There's
but
no
you change
cheating.
Your ways, that's different.
There's no nothing. There's no affairs. There's no argument. There's no fight. There's no war. There's no nothing. And the thing is that we don't see that. We are used to seeing, and what was always said was like, white people do that. That's white people stuff. Yeah. Wearing the ring, being in a committed relationship. Yeah. White white folks did that. Black people we don't do that. This is what we do. This is what we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we have to settle with. We have to accept this. And no, we don't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't need to settle for less.
And they assume that you come from a one-parent
household. It doesn't even matter. Like, that doesn't even matter. Even if I came from a one-parent household because something didn't work out.
Yeah.
Show me that you tried to fix something before you just said, we're done.
Yeah.
Show me that you actually valued the marriage. Show me that you actually did the work. Because at the end of the day, like, hey, man, things happen. But if the respect is still there, it's how we go about things. And we don't go about things that way.
Mm-hmm.
We always got to add some type of twist up, some type of mix up, some type of drama. It just can't be clean.
It can never just be.
It can't just be what it is.
Yeah, it can't just be what it is.
And that's our problem. And then we just settle and we accept certain things because we're like, well, it could be worse. Or, well, it could have been like this. No, we shouldn't go through those things. And I am very guilty. Very, very,
we all are.
Very guilty
of
accepting less. And I have done that. I've been the person to be like, yo, I'm gonna save this guy. What is it that makes you want to cheat? What is it that, like, what is it? What's the problem? What can I do? I used to think of different ways, like, not to put my business out there, but I used to be like, hey, like, should I do this? Should I be more open to this? Should I let him go and, have his fun and dance up on girls? Should I be a freak?
We're always looking to compromise the situation so we can keep our man, and we don't need to do that.
Exactly.
The man would never compromise the situation to keep us.
It's not even just that, but I'm just saying that, like, we are guilty of doing those things because of the fact that we feel that we need to in order to keep our man, and we don't. I felt I needed to do that to keep my man, and I didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you are showing that you don't respect me by not cheating on me or not asking if you should cheat on me, if you are showing that sign of disrespect, I shouldn't have even thought about putting on no damn wedding dress to look you at an aisle for you just to acknowledge my body.
Facts.
I should have just not spoken to you. I should have not gotten there. But it's us with this mentality of we can change, we can compromise, we can do this. It'll be okay. It'll get better. He's so fine. There's only a dime in a dozen like this. You're not going to find a man who actually wants to marry you. You're not going to find a man who actually wants to do this. You're not going to find this. You're not going to find that. We set ourselves up for failure, and it's what is going to bring us down.
What broke me for her is when she said that, I just paraphrasing here, when she basically said that she was never going to find love. And, like, when she was crying about it. And I felt that for her. I felt bad for her. Because I'm like, well, damn, girl, you will.
But that's what we feel like. And that's what I just said.
Yeah, and it's sad. Because, like, I felt it when she said it. I was like, well, damn.
I felt the same way.
Because I was like, shit, you really thought that this man was the one and he proved you wrong. And it's like just the way but even the way he was describing their relationship and how everything was so good. I thought
all the man would talk about was her body and how the sex was good. That's it. He didn't say anything about her, like what she does to uplift him.
He just basically said
like
that she's a good person to make him, that like she would hold him down. He just kept emphasizing how good of a woman she is to hold him down if he were to do A, B, and C. And it's just like, what else is she good at?
And it's like that's all you see. And like that's what I mean. Like that's the problem. And like we settle for this because at the end of the day, we think because of whatever skeletons that we've had in our closet in the past, whatever bullshit that we've gone through in the past, that we don't deserve happiness or we're never going to find this. We just set ourselves up for failure. Mm-hmm. Or it's like, I'm tired of being single. I would rather be with a man and know that he's doing this versus me having to find out. That is the problem with this generation. That's a problem with the mentality of us in this lifetime. Is that why are we okay with side chicks? Why are we okay with our men cheating as long as we know? No what? What the hell? No who? No for where? I ain't know nothing. What? Cheat where and do what? I don't need to know. I'll slap you and anybody who thinks to do that to me. But we just do this to keep our man. But what is the man doing to keep you? What sacrifices is he making to keep you? And I'm not saying that everybody's perfect because there are some trifling women out there. So don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But what is it that Clay was doing to keep this woman happy?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. But you just thought within time you would be able to change. Oh God, I hate the fact that we think that.
And it's just the fact that you just kept saying, what if? Why are we focused on the what if I cheat? Why are you so focused on that you're going to cheat? Why are you ready to say...
Because the man had every intention to cheat.
But like, why?
He was waiting to cheat because he's a cheating man. He's a whore and he cannot be in a relationship. Period.
He's a Guyanese man too.
He can't be in a relationship. Don't do that. He can't be in a relationship.
Just kidding.
The man cannot be in a relationship.
And that is fine, but he should have just been honest from jump. And just
he
said
was
that to
honest
her.
from jump, Miss Nora.
No, I'm saying instead of bringing it to the altar.
Listen, he brought it to the altar because he thought that maybe she would stop. Remember, he was chasing the fame. He was saying that he just wanted to show that black people can get to the altar.
He was just gonna wait for the end.
Every intention.
He was waiting
to tell
for
that
her
woman
to end
he wasn't going to marry her.
But then he said, "Psych, it don't look like you trying to end this, so let me
exactly.
do it."
So let me just do it because he was hoping that she would not do it.
Yeah,
or he was hoping she wouldn't go through.
Yeah,
but
he
then
was
she
hoping
was
that
just,
she would have to. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do what? Girl, the man wants to cheat on you. Girl.
A lot of people think they got together after.
They were because she's foolish. Oh. I don't know the premiere the reunion is after we were recording this.
Tonight, I think.
But let me just tell you, at the end of the day, like there were some videos of them together. If this man had changed his ways, I don't believe it because he has exes that are coming out of the woodwork and saying
not the exes.
He's a dog.
Really?
Run. Yeah, people are commenting. It was like I watch a bunch of TikToks of them.
I didn't see any of that.
Like there's a woman that was like, I was with him from when he went on Love is Blind, when he came out after Love is Blind.
Oh my
She's like,
God.
I was his woman and he cheated on me. He's a dog. Run.
Wow.
It's just no matter how many times.
He's really outside.
No matter how many times somebody will warn you about something, it's like we have to go see for ourselves. Yeah. And that's so frustrating because I did the exact same thing. I set myself up where I said to myself, I'm not going to find love again. I'm not going to find anybody that doesn't know about all my mishaps, doesn't know about my Twitter days, doesn't know about like all these things. I'm not going to find somebody who's going to know that I made a man make me look like one. Anyways, so I set myself up. I had that same mentality as she did. I said, I'm never going to find love. I said, no one is going to love me. I have to make this work because who's gonna want this after everything that I've been through? Yeah. And the fact that he still wants me, that should say something to you. No, foolish girl. The only thing he wanted was what was in my pants and for the convenience of what was in my pants. He didn't actually want me. He wanted the convenience of me. And that was a harsh reality that I had to face. And it took prayer. As much as people want to like, what's a Sierra prayer? I'm telling you, it took prayer and trust in God.
You got to find your own prayer.
That part. Because God said, listen, I got something for you, but you are just getting in the way. Let it go. This boy here, he's not good for you. He's not the one that's in the cards I have for you. He was just a good time. He's not a good forever. He's just at that moment. Let him go. And I listened and I let him go. And that's how I met my man after. And I'm here 7 years later. So I'm telling you, I was in that position where I felt like I had to settle for less. And you got to wake up and get out of that mentality because we as Black women are only holding ourselves back from our true happiness if we don't go and leap for what is ours. We can't just change a man to be the man that we want.
This is not Build-A-Bear.
I'm saying.
So, I mean, it's not build a man without a characteristic. If that was the case, we would get everything that we wanted for ourselves. And hence, usually your type is never your husband.
That part.
So, I mean, what if it's that baby girl? She's on her own with that one. So, I mean, it is what it is, Miss Girl.
That just get me hot. It's because you wanna know why? It's such a common thing.
It is a common thing, but the girlies are doing it, and at the end of the day, y'all do what you gotta do. But for me, it ain't for me. But I'm glad you wanted to give him a chance, and I was hoping that you would have proved me wrong. But of course, like it always ends, you don't.
I think ultimately, like, hey man, listen. If there's anything that we can learn from this whole situation is that we cannot change someone or convince someone to love you. You shouldn't have to convince someone to have feelings for you. It's either it's there or it's not. There's work in a relationship that everybody has to do, yes, but the work isn't figuring out ways for you not to cheat on the person that you claim to love. Like, that's not the work we should be doing. The work is like understanding our love languages, listening to each other, figuring out ways to problem solve, building a future together, building a legacy for our children, trying to set things up so our kids don't feel defeated. Like, there's so many different things. That's what we need to focus on. That's what I'm here to say. That's what we need to focus on.
Or you can be like Drea and date young.
Please.
No. That was a little jokey joke.
Nasty.
It was a joke.
That girl's gross.
It was a joke.
Anyways, I don't even want to start because I already said what I said about that girl. That girl's nasty.
This girl's basically dating her friend's brethren.
No, she's dating her son's brethren.
That's what I meant to say.
That's what she's dating.
Yeah.
She's dating her son's friend. That's nasty.
Oh, gosh.
Anyways, there's just, I said what I said.
And I meant what I said.
That part.
We'll be back with an update once we watch the reunion episode.
Yes.
So.
Last thing before we get out, just a quick little note for this generation that is here. I
feel like we always end these episodes like this.
We have to. It's cool to do the right thing. It's cool to work. It's cool to have a job. It's cool to beat the stereotypes that are against Black people, Black men, Black women. It's cool to be in a relationship. It's cool not to cheat. It's cool to live a life that is pure. It's cool to follow the rules. It's cool to be alive.
It's cool to follow the Lord, friends.
It's cool to follow God.
Like,
it's cool to follow Jesus. I don't know what is in the waters with this generation of young people, especially young men and young boys. But let me tell you this. You want to live because you have one life to live. And I feel like some of you feel like this is the way that we have to go. Like, we have to pull ourselves through. We have to live in a ghetto. We have to do this. We have to, the hood. We got to do that. Like, we don't. Like, these rappers are not living by those lyrics, sweetheart. Those rappers have money. Those rappers sit at tables with white folks that are not afraid of them. Some of them are not even speaking the truth in their raps. So for you to feel you got to run and chase that lifestyle, this lifestyle that doesn't really exist, is sad. And then ultimately you are just going to set yourself up to throw your life away. You only have two options. You're either going to go to jail or you're going to die. And I'm just noticing a lot of this stuff with these rappers, with these Toronto rappers, with these young men. It's like, it's sad. Like today, one of these rappers, I don't know if it's true or not, but one of these rappers allegedly, his mom and his dad and his brother. And it's like his mother lived. That is trauma for the rest of her life.
Oh my gosh.
It's disgusting.
I didn't even hear about that.
It's sad. Like it hurts. And it's like, that's what we're doing. And this isn't cool. Like, it's not cool to be this way. Drake is not this way.
Y'all don't see the man was a whole actor before he got a little rapping career, bro.
Like, people make it out of the hood.
You don't have to stay there.
You can make something of yourself.
It's better that way.
It's just, this generation is just, it's wild. And y'all got to do better.
Things are scary. And we want better for, especially I want better for my people.
I do. I want better for Black people. I'm tired of seeing these young boys in the system. I'm tired of seeing.
I'm trying to see these women.
This person.
Yeah, and these women being a statistic. I don't want to see that. I want better for us because we are so much better than this.
We are so talented. We are so loved. We are so appreciated.
Yeah.
We are so great. We paved the way for these folks, and these folks know it. So why do you keep doing things?
We made this stuff that these folks like. We made that. We did that.
On.
We do that. So let's just do better.
do way better, because this is just not it. I'm
Just
sorry, I didn't mean to end that way, but it was just like, it was something in my spirit just had to say it out loud, because I saw it on Instagram today. I'm just like, why? And like my chest was hurting me. I'm like, what is this?
like, this ain't it.
Mm-mm.
And we're better than that.
Way better than that.
Smarter than that.
That's the generation tip. Generation tip number 2, if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get anything out of it. Stop thinking that you can just give up on something before you even try to do it. If you commit to doing something, do it. Don't just
do
take
what
the
you gotta
easy way
do.
out because it's something is too hard. Life is hard, but it's how you're able to pull through life. It's how you're able to get there so that you can tell your stories. At the end of the day, you don't just get out of things because, oh, it's too hard for me to do this now. No, commit to it, do it, finish it, and you will feel that accomplishment and that reward feeling that you'll get. It'll push you and motivate you to continue to aspire your dreams. That's it.
Praise God.
Amen. Thank you for watching this episode.
Sometimes I feel like we just chat.
We do
That's the
chat,
point.
but that's the point of a podcast. We're supposed to talk.
You know the vibes.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you so much. You already know, like we both said at the beginning of the episode, follow us on our social media platforms, CheyTea Podcast, subscribe to the YouTube chat. Wow. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and download our episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Yeah. Let y'all them know what else you want us to converse about up here. We like feedback. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. Goodbye.